Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee Wallach. We're here every day to expand, to explore, to live, to laugh, to understand life at its deepest level. So the thing I want to talk about today is the creative process always for good? A lot of people seem to think that. And what I'm going to tell you is not true. The creative process is neither good nor bad. It's the creative process. What happens is it's how you direct the creative process that creates its result. And you get to discern whether it's good or bad. Because good and bad is a perspective. That's all it is. And so people like to talk about positive thinking. I'm not about positive thinking. I think positive thinking, what is it? Let's discuss that. What is positive thinking? Because what may be positive for you is not positive for me. Take a man and a woman who are in a relationship, married. Let's just make them married, okay? And in that relationship, the wife wants to get pregnant and the husband is not ready to get pregnant, right? And the wife, let's just say, doesn't take precautions that they agreed to and she gets pregnant. For her, that's positive. For him, it may be negative because he didn't want to have a baby at that time. Same event, same time, two different people, two different perspectives. That happens all the time in life. All the time in life. And so the key thing is, where are you directing the creative process in your life? That's the big question. And how you direct it is, where are you holding your thoughts, your feelings, your words, your actions? Where are you pointing them? What are you constantly thinking about? What are you always doing? What are you always feeling? The majority, when you can get to a tipping point where 51% of your thoughts, words, actions, and feelings are aligned towards something, the creative process starts bringing that to you. The greater the percentage or the greater the belief, the quicker the demonstration, based on, obviously, earthly laws. There are earthly laws such as gravity. And you do have a certain bone structure that you're not going to be able to change your bone structure. I'm 6'1". I'm not going to be 6'8". I can't change that. I can change what's around that 6'1". And what I can change is it healthy or not? I control my health. Even biology is showing that. Epigenetics is showing that DNA is just a tendency. DNA is just a tendency because they've studied that when you put cells, DNA in a petri dish, it is the environment around that DNA that determines what happens. And if you change the environment, you can change the DNA. That's an incredible gift because now you understand you are not limited by the DNA of your parents. You can change it by how you think. What is the atmosphere you surround yourselves with? Now let's break that down a little bit more. Positive and negative. Positive means you want to be healthy. And so you're going to change the DNA around those cells. How would you do that? Could be the type of food you put around it. Could be the type of liquid you put around it. It could be the amount of stress you allow in your life. Stress is the major thing that changes our environment. And we manage that stress because stress is a perspective of the mind. A perspective of the mind that the body has been conditioned to. And we have conditioned ourselves with certain stimuli that we respond in a particular way. We can change how we choose to respond. How we choose to respond is always our choice. We have the ability to break our habits, to think new thoughts, to take new actions, and to feel new feelings. Question is, do you want to? And keep in mind, almost everything that you're creating is a result of your subconscious thought. Probably 95 to 99% of your thought is subconscious. You're not even aware you're thinking it. They're just habits of thought. That's the environment your cells live in. They live in the environment where you're not even aware of it. So here's a key. Start creating new habits of thinking. Think about health in a specific way that's serving you. Think about wealth in a way that's serving you. Think about relationships in a way that's serving you, and make it become a habit so that the total of the conscious and the subconscious thought is directed toward your desired result. And then you can say the creative process was positive. And here's the key. If you don't get what you want, it's because it's how you're directing the creative process. You haven't done enough to change the unconscious thought patterns in your mind, because it's really the unconscious thought patterns. That's where the majority of it is. And we control that unless we just choose not to control it. And then it's a choice not to control it. You see how we're always at choice? Always, always, always at choice. I suggest you spend a little time today. Think about an area in your life that you want to change and start this process there. If you'd like to be in a class with me, we're starting classes next week. Love for you to join me. We're going to do a new design for living by Ernest Holmes. I think that's on Tuesdays, and on Mondays, we're going to be doing The Power in You, based on my book about the 16 powers, 16 of the powers that we have within us. Go to agapespiritualcenter.com, sign up for a class. You will love being in class. Each of these classes is 7 weeks. They're at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Would love to have you join me. Also, every morning in meditation, 7 a.m. This Saturday, every Saturday at 10 a.m., we do a healing online session for 1 hour. It's the most powerful thing we do. You're invited. Everything can be found at agapespiritualcenter.com. I want you to know I love talking to you. I love sharing with you, because when I do, I get clarity. And hopefully you can find some clarity like I do. Make this a great day, because only you can. Until tomorrow, aloha.